What's up, everybody, and welcome back for our episode 3 review of Run the World. This episode is What a Coinky-Dick. I'm gonna start off this episode by saying that I honestly, and we haven't talked, we watched the episode, so this is all purely organic and not staged, but I will say that I actually think this was their best episode yet. I felt like the continuity, the tone, everything just felt like a show that I really want to get invested to. There was a lot of things from the first 2 episodes that we had to kind of dig deep into to kind of make sense to where the show was going to go. But if you don't have a team like ours, then you may have seen it at surface level and thought like, I don't know, like this is not really gaining my interest. So like I think we dissected a lot of good things in our first 2 review. But I thought this episode at surface level was just a really good episode, real rounded. And now I'm really intrigued to see where the tone goes beyond this, because if it stays here, I think they got something. But if they keep kind of shooting in the dark like the first 2 episodes did, and like Lucas said, a lot of homage to Sex in the City, then it's a niche. And if you don't like that type of show, or you wasn't a big fan of it, then you may get lost in the swirl. So I'm definitely curious to see where the future episodes go beyond that. But let's talk about this episode. One thing that Lucas also said in the previous review is that the fashion, I have to say, like, I was really, really impressed with the fashion in this episode. The ladies brought it. The guys, I guess, my man came in with the leather Versace coat. I mean, he could have did a little bit more New York-ish with that. I mean, he could have picked another brand there, but nonetheless,
that's a bam-ass coat. You can say it. It's a bam-ass coat. Like, you know what? Every brand ain't meant to be worn that way.
Right. Yeah. Nah.
But the ladies definitely killed the fashion. So whoever is in charge of that, the stylist for this show is definitely earning her check. Dope. But this episode, I think we're going to kind of start towards the end of this episode. Like, the karaoke is Ella's birthday. We do now know that Ella's 32. She looks damn good, by the way. But she's 32, and I guess it's kind of safe to say that for a moment she's having a mild midlife crisis. But nonetheless, she had a karaoke, invited everybody. Some people got invited unintentionally, and I had notions that it was going to be a sloppy mess, but it really didn't go as much as I thought it was going to be. But there was a lot of interesting things that went on. So, folks, here's where we're going to start out with this episode. Let's evaluate each woman in their couple's relationship and their dynamic, whatever it may be. Oh. Amaya, we'll start with you. Look at one group and just and put it into perspective now. Where are they at? Good, bad, the ugly, whatever however you want to build it. But like, pick a couple and now to this point now, what's your thoughts about them?
So I'm gonna go with Sondi and Matthew. I think that dynamic is very interesting. We know that he is obviously a professor. She is somewhat of a teacher's aide, right? Situation where they're not supposed to be dating. He wants to disclose the relationship. She doesn't. I understand her point of view in regards to, like, they won't see that I've worked hard to get where I am. They'll just see that I'm sleeping with you, that I'm with you, and they'll take that and run with it. I think that the overall dynamic of their relationship is very interesting to see a black man, saying like, hey, I'm ready to be out in the open. I'm ready to be committed. I'm ready to go all in. And the woman saying, well, hold on. Give me a second, pause. I need X, Y, and Z to be in order before I decide to do that. So I think that because the dynamic, the roles have kind of switched, so to speak, based on what we're accustomed to seeing. The good side is that they're both very vocal with their feelings and like what they want and where they are. The bad side is that I don't know how long Matthew is going to stick around being her secret, so to speak, just because she's uncomfortable with the openness that will come with their relationship.
Jasmine?
So if I had to choose a group, it would be the most chaotic one, of course, which is Whitney and her fiance. And I did forget his name.
Ola.
Okay. Yeah. So that one scene where both characters came to play. You know? I mean, the one scene where they were together as a couple and he was just trying to be all lovey-dovey with her, but she seemed kind of like a little hesitant, still kind of unsure. He kept bringing about, having kids, 4 kids. It kind of put her in a most uncomfortable place, because again, like prior episode, she mentioned to the girls that I don't think I really want to get married. So, it kind of left a lot of question marks there as we got into this episode. But as the clips went on, go to the karaoke bar, thought everything was sweet. Guy, the side piece came through. And it was kind of like, wait, why did you bring this guy? Renee's like, what do you mean? I'm trying to get me some good too. Like, what's up? Well, like he's not supposed to be here. All these questions could occur, and the fiance Ola is over here like, what's up, dude? Like, it's like it was too. Yes. I mean, so many emotions. It's kind of like, what's gonna happen next? Just too much, and I just can't wait for the next episode to see what happens next in that part.
We will have some rebuttals here for sure. Lucas, you're a couple.
Not gonna say nothing yet. I'm gonna hold mine in about everything you just said there. You ain't nobody called her dirty yet, and I'm waiting for it. But it's fine. It's fine. You know what? We'll just go around and I'll pick a couple that no one picked, and that will be Elle and her random important ex, or Satan, as they call him. His episode.
We all got a Satan. I got it.
Oh man, I think the dynamic for them two seems to be extremely interesting, because I want to know, what did he leave for, and how depressed was she that it made him feel he couldn't be honest with her. Because I think that plays a huge part in her as a character, is when that book failed, how she responded to it. And how would it be to be the man who has this amazing opportunity and doesn't want to stop his life, and a woman stops hers instead? And how do you react to that? Because that seems to be their dynamic. Even him saying it was for the summer, and her saying, well, you should have talked to me. He said, I called you every day. You stopped answering my calls. It's like, while the situation that he possibly put her in was bad, that she responded worse to it. Worse. And now we get to this situation here of her eating macaroni and cheese. I hated that scene. Can I say
I hated that scene?
I hated that scene. God. She looked like a wildebeest. I'd have stopped dating her right then.
She was homeless and never got fed.
Right. Exactly.
That's it.
I mean, hold on. Now I gotta pull y'all cards now. So y'all mean to tell me y'all never hit up Adams Morgan at 2:00 in the morning?
I have hit up Adams
Morgan. Not like that.
No, you crazy.
I still didn't eat.
Off the pizza.
There is not a pretty sight in Adams Morgan after 2 a.m.
I have been to the 24-hour.
But they've been together.
I've been to the 24-hour diner in Adams Morgan and didn't eat like a homeless wildebeest. The way she was
cooked. Bougie ones on a show right now.
So, I'd have left her. I'd have been like, this is.
You can't say that because they got history.
I would have left Lucas at the bar if he
ate
like that.
Jazz. I don't care.
They got history. It don't matter. Like when you on a date, you eat real dainty at a date. But once you know somebody for years, they be like, pass me the hot sauce and let me just.
No.
I'm sorry. Enough liquor at whatever time of night, especially on your birthday, I'm bound to eat anyway.
I'm gonna be
like, hey, Jazz, I would leave her. I don't care if we could be married. And if you ate like that,
I would get up and leave. Jazz at the bar.
That's a lie.
Man, she was just fried. That's all that was.
Oh my God.
She consumed the food by any means possible. She would have injected it at that point.
I've been there.
Inhaled it.
I ain't gonna lie, the shade I would throw anybody who is with me, and you eating like that, it would be so bad. It was so bad.
Just by the way, folks, our local fans, Adams Morgan is this bar area, not too far from Howard University, so like it's very popular.
Wait, that's how you describe Adams Morgan? You can tell.
I mean,
I grew
Sure
up the
did.
street. I grew up the street from Adams Morgan, dude. Like,
I mean,
hey, I know all the parts of Adams Morgan.
I'll just leave it at that. It's a bar area, not too far from
Shameful.
Howard. So
Right.
So crazy things happen. But look, I'll go with the last couple here, which is interesting that we all picked different couples, and that's Jay and Renee, Jason and Renee, because I guess I didn't take this whole divorce thing serious to the point that like it felt like they were in character. Like, and you know what else is really interesting? He's so much more like her than I put together in the last episode. When he was out with his boys, he was essentially her, being a comedic person, being like an extension of self, and just, I don't know, kind of all over the place. And everybody was just like, yeah, like, bro, what are you doing? Like, they called his bluff right away. And that's essentially how Renee was in the first one or whatever, one of the first 2 episodes. And we thought that was sort of more or less her character, but we see her when she is truly herself. We've seen her on set for her job, and she, essentially still has that really comedic part to her, but she's focused. But him, we saw him sort of like that at first, but now we see him with his boys, and he's just like her. And I think that, again, I didn't really take it serious that they were really doing a divorce, that the fact that they're telling people that they're getting a divorce. I do not smell trouble in paradise here. I think this is just another one of those moods that they're going through. I don't.
I think I think both of them acknowledge that maybe they shouldn't be together, which I think we kind of said last episode.
Yeah,
they shouldn't be together.
No, for sure.
Finally and keep in mind, I don't think these aren't his boys. This is a group of men who he's gotten to know through the women.
True.
This is why. This is why I will never, any woman I date, I am never going out with your girl's man to create this mandate thing. Like, well, he likes sports and you like sports. Y'all should go.
I mean,
no.
I ain't even had time for that today, but now that we're here,
I think that's by happenstance, though.
Because if you see it, when they talk about, oh man, I'm excommunicated. Me too. Like, so it's like, so all you know each other because of them.
Yeah, I mean,
nah, buddy.
And that stuff does happen, but I'm also on your side with this. Like, I'm not for the shit.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It happens, but it depends on the dynamic, because you're gonna meet people if you're cool. I don't think it's intentional, but I think that it's something that will happen.
They know each other by rumor or by pillow talk. They don't really know each other because everything they're saying is like routed through something else.
Superficial.
Yes. You can tell, because I think that conversation of those men meeting in that bar go completely different if they're close friends like the girls are.
Yeah.
That's a completely different conversation.
100%. But like, just to finish my point, like I agree. Like last episode, we said we don't feel that they should be together because they don't communicate well. But I think what's going to end up happening is that I think the two of them are going to realize like grass is not greener on the outside. And I think the loudest two in the room are end up going to be the most humble because they're going to be like, well, shoot, this is really not that bad. I mean, we were being petty off of like toilet paper and not being able to communicate. We can just fix this and we're good, because I think they're going to see things detonate around them. That's going to really be the eye opener for them. So,
hey, as Denzel said, it's the little things, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Like them little things right there will end a relationship.
Yeah.
You tell me I can't name my firstborn child.
It can be fixable.
End of the relationship.
It's true. And like why it is the little things, also the major thing that they haven't communicated. And then maybe if they fix that, then maybe that can root everything. So we'll see. But let's get the let's get the rebuttals in here now to everyone's comment. Like, we'll go back around the opposite way here. So I'm going to start with this one, and I'm also going to go to Jasmine's comment about Ola and Whitney. First of all, here, I'll say this first. I was looking for awkwardness in that couch scene where he was whatever he was doing, and she was trying to he came on to her, and I was looking for anything, like looking for her to kiss him with her eyes open or to turn away, the awkward "I love you," and I thought she wasn't going to say it back or anything. So I was looking for stuff like that, and I thought it was really interesting that she did say that they were just premarital jitters and now they're gone. And so I guess she's fully on board or whatever it may be. But we all knew this was all going to blow up in her face because that community D came back around. He wanted seconds. She threw the shade as if like she didn't know him. But I mean, my man left the party. He came for somebody else and left the party over
how
another
was he hurt?
Yeah, I mean,
I need to explain that. How you hurt, nigga?
Look,
he probably wanted to leave.
He
probably just wanted to leave.
He playing his
no drama. No drama.
Men love to be the ones to leave us, but when the shoe's on the other foot, that's not how they y'all. It's all hurt. It's all. No more games and fun. But he was getting his feelings because he was the one calling her. She was the one ghosting him. So now the shoe's on the other foot. My man is hurt. He just don't want to be played. That's all.
Lucas, no. I'm throwing this off the backboard to Lucas because I know where he's going at with this, and all I'm gonna say is when he entered that room and he scaled the scene, when he saw what he was brought into at this moment right now.
Real? Did we not notice this? Nigga, they are dressed like Nelly and Kelly Rowland. You didn't know they were together?
But didn't he notice the ring on her finger the night he slept there anyway?
Son,
right.
Son, you and that punk ass Versace jacket got caught in all these feelings. For what reason? Like, you knew what it was.
He was in a room with 3 girls he slept with, and he caught feelings.
And you caught feelings with one? Like, you. Why would you? One, as a gentleman, why would you put yourself in that position? I done slept with all you women in here. You think I'm gonna divvy you up now and grade you? Because that's what happens. If he catches feelings, I'm grading you. I'm saying, well, you're an A, you're a D, and you're C plus. Like, I'm grading you because it's clear that I caught feelings for one. So then how is the friend who brought him there who wanted to sleep with him? How is she supposed to feel if he caught feelings with the other one he just slept with? Is he saying that you trash and she not?
Well, he left. So
but why would you put? But I mean, like, why even put yourself in that situation? It was a random thing to put himself in that situation.
It's all good though, because he probably rendezvous with a homegirl who stole the Hennessy bottle when she left the party. Notice how they both kind of stepped off.
He took the bottle, and I was like, "You raggedy."
It's always one. It's
always one, Joe.
It's always one. All right, ladies, go ahead and get your rebuttals in there.
No, I just felt like it was just like a weird scene how he left. I mean, he came for the friend. I mean, even if he found out, I would have just played it off and just kept to my corner with Renee and just let things smooth off. Like, I mean, in the next episodes, who knows? But it could be more drama than what it is now. That's how I see it. Like, if he's but in my head, I'm like, why would he catch feelings? I mean, he's the community D. Why would you catch feelings over somebody that's married? And then now that you found out that you know this man, and now you smashed her, I would have probably mobbed out with Renee and just made it look better that, try to disclose or conceal what really went down. Is it
because he kind of knows him? Like, he met him that day at the bar. So he's like, I don't really know you. And then he caught feelings while this nigga was singing. He caught feelings while the other dude was singing Prototype. Do you know how hard you got to catch feelings? When another nigga up there singing, I think I'm in love. You are the prototype. And he's thinking she's the prototype. Because, Community D may have feelings too. I'm pretty sure Najir, and I can speak for Najir
She might be the bomb.
We've all had.
She's a bomb.
Most men have been with a woman who's been around the block, the round the way girl, right? But that round the world girl still has feelings. She's still gonna catch feelings for somebody.
Man,
look. From this moment on, we're gonna all make sure that Community D name is Chris. We're gonna put some respect on his name going forward.
He's gonna be Community D. That's his name. That is his name. His name is Community D.
I mean. It's weird, but I'll tell you this though. I mean, you all, I don't know if anybody's exactly said this yet, but he's not finished. Oh, he's hurt.
He's not.
Oh no. He's coming back from vengeance.
But he really hurt though.
That light Drake Chris Brown look in his eyes. He coming back for
He left the party. He definitely hurt.
But some men leave because they don't there's some men that leave because
No.
Like,
He had no reason to be awkward. He had no reason to be awkward. He had already been around a situation like that.
But Jazz is right. If some men that leave for that reason, but as Amaya pointed out, that wasn't the look he gave on that face. He gave that straight Drake sleeping alone look. Right. Like he about to spill. He about to be the messy queen. He about to spill everything.
Yeah, true that. Also, I just want to,
because I would have played off.
I was just gonna say too, like the way how they shot that scene too, with him luring in the background, really spoke volumes as to this menace that he's gonna come. Like he's definitely coming to spill some tea or something soon. So
he's hurt, so he about to be petty. Yeah, and like, oh man, that's your girl? Huh. Couldn't be me. Like that's some super petty. He about
to random bar rendezvous. Like, oh, what's up, man? What you thought about the party? Hey, man, I just wanted to just tell you, man, like I'm happy for you. And then bada boom, I slept with her the other day. I didn't know you.
I know they gonna say slept. He gonna hint to it.
I hit that.
Make it obvious. Like, Whitney, she's cool, man. She real cool.
Yeah. How you know my girl?
There you go.
Yeah.
Man, one night at the bar, I met her, and I ain't know she was yours, but
any other rebuttals to everybody's relationship you want to throw in there?
On the show, relationship on the show. What? Please make it clear.
Wait a minute.
Golly.
I feel attacked.
You told because he said you want to rebuttal anybody's relationship. I'm like, nigga, no, on the show. We're talking about on the show.
Well, let me ask y'all this, and Amaya, we'll start with you with this. Do you think that Whitney and Ola, do you think that her jitters were just jitters, or you think she really still do have reserves towards going forward with this marriage?
To herself. If we know that Ella is 32, I'm gonna assume that she's around the same age, possibly a little younger. And she don't know who she is. You've been with one person the entire time that you were in college. You don't know who you are. You slept with this random man. Now you over here, having to clean up this mess. I don't think she really wants to be married. Now, does she still want to be with Ola? Probably. But I don't think she wants to be married. I think she needs a little more time to sort things out. But unfortunately, she have to sort that shit out right quick, fast, in a hurry, because she done threw a wrench in there, and that wrench is shitty because he coming back with Chris Brown and
Jasmine, I got another question for you. Thinking forward to next episode, if Ola finds out, what do you think his plan of action should be? Forgiveness or?
I mean, I feel like they probably need some therapy and to talk it out and really see, because even if he would forgive her, why would you be with someone who still is in question of the relationship? Like if it happened once, there's a possibility that could happen again, because she still kind of feel like she's losing out on her on something. Like her youth was robbed of some sort. So it feels like she probably still wants to explore certain experiences, in the next couple of years. Who knows? It's like she's just not really certain in being in a committed relationship period. That's how I feel. But I feel like even he should forgive her, out of good faith. He seems like a really good husband. I mean, he saw the girl with the big booty, but was like, look, I'm married, y'all, out of respect in that one scene. I mean, you could look, but it wasn't like all like, oh my God, I'm about to, he was just like, oh yeah, she a little fat joint, but like, I'm married.
Look, it's simple. Black men don't cheat.
That's it. Say it again for me. Say it again for me.
I'm about to leave.
Hey, let's go. Come on.
Hey, Nigeria. Say it louder for the people in the back.
I'm gonna head out.
I don't understand I don't understand what's the big wow for. Black men don't cheat.
Because clearly in this episode we saw he just looked. She slept with she got a whole community being.
Next topic.
And you hear Jasmine, he should forgive her. What?
He should forgive her in a more just for clearance. It's more so like move on if you have to, or try to make it work. Like
No,
why
man, he needs
why
to.
have all that hate?
Men are
He-
so
Hate for
y'all
what?
are so
No.
You're in your
I'm-
30s. You're in your
I'm
30s. Who got time to
I'm
be
not
getting
saying-
angry off of
I'm not
situations
saying
like that?
I'm not saying he should be angry. I'm not saying he shouldn't possibly forgive her transgressions. I'm just saying he needs to give her the Maxine Waters treatment. I am reclaiming my time. I no longer need to be with you.
Right.
Peace
I
and
cannot.
blessings.
I
Peace
cannot.
and
I'm
blessings
done.
to you.
Peace and
Peace and blessings to you.
To the best,
Get out
you
of
know.
here.
Peace and blessings to you. But we not going forward with anything, and you done slept with community pain.
See, that's what I'm saying, right? Like you have to come to a decision and feel like, you know, think about it like, can we really make this work after a situation like this prior to getting actually married?
I just wanted you to understand that if they've been together since day one, body count was 1 to 1.
Exactly. Again, that's the mindset, and that is the mindset of men. Let's help out.
2 to 1. 2 to 1.
It's 2 to 1. It can't be 2 to 1. We got to tie this series up.
You have to go tie it up.
And that
tie it up.
That 2 is like a matrix. Like that joint extends very far.
and then you got to realize again, if they've been together since such a young age,
yeah,
you know how many things has to go through his head. Like, well, what happened if dude was better?
What
happens then?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I can 100% sure that and also the like, hold on, and he slept with your friends too, and you still slept with him.
Yeah. That's petty.
It's so much. Yeah, it's so much stuff that goes on in it. As Ola, we look at you and your entanglement.
Look,
you can do it. I'm just not. I'm not Will. I'm not gonna be there for it.
They came in as Nelly. They came in as Nelly and Kelly.
Oh my God!
There's a good chance that they may walk out. Ike and Tina.
Exactly.
Go away. Go away, sir.
He should just forgive and let go.
Yes,
forgive and let God.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings.
Forgive and let God.
Straight frozen. Let it go. Let it go.
Now that you put it that way, like, come on, yeah. Like, why would you smash the one that everybody else hit?
And not only that,
wait.
It's the one everyone else hits that everyone else said was great.
Oh, wait.
So
now
the next time they're together,
look.
She's going to rate him against him.
Yeah.
And if you don't measure up, in her head, she's always going to think about that one.
I don't think so. I think
he's gonna be insecure.
But keep in mind, I don't.
She would have did that in that last episode.
But I also don't believe that she's fully in love with Ola. I think she's in love with the thought of him.
Well, that's
of being married.
Yeah.
And because of that, every other thing is going to creep into her mind as doubt. That's why she was so hesitant about the wedding registry and everything else. Those are doubts.
The kids,
like, should
everything.
I be? Oh man, when the look on her face when he said 4 kids.
Shit, I might have the same look talking about 4 kids.
Me
not
too.
on my body.
Yeah.
We
makeover.
Look, we done had that discussion already. You gonna have
I got
no, we not. No,
I got a few questions. I got a few questions.
Somebody to carry the other 2.
We can do the Kim Kardashian route. We can do surrogates. I'm fine with that.
I got a few questions to throw in there real quick. Number one,
we need to get married, y'all. Y'all could be the maid out in the best.
Oh, we in there.
Yeah, there you go.
By the way, thank you, ladies, for actually caring about Ola. I mean, I was just wondering how long it was going to take in this episode before there was any amount of sympathy towards him. I mean, Jasmine first instantly said, "Yeah, they should go to therapy." He's looking in the mirror like, "Therapy? What did I do?"
Well, therapy is always good to dissect why she did it to begin with.
Yeah, but understand this: black men going to therapy automatically feels like a punishment until that norm is torn down. It's that first thought. That first thought is just like,
I don't need it.
What did I do wrong? That's the first thought at times. Is what again, you're right. Until it gets normalized in our community, it's always going to be that thought of what did I do wrong? Especially if I'm going to therapy because you cheated. What?
So look, let me ask y'all a couple of questions real quick. So I brought this up before, but I want to know now. Now, did Renee break girl code by inviting him? Because she didn't tell him, and she like she gave her the blessings for her, and then she invited him. Like, yeah, I wanted to up my chances tonight, so I invited him. And then to also make matters worse, then she has to go tell Ella, like, oh, by the way, I slept with him, and this is also Ella's birthday. So you're like she's bringing up drama, but Renee created the drama. So like, again, was girl code broke here because there was no communications amongst the girls as to who was coming to this party. Like Ola was wrong at first for inviting what's his name, but like this is a whole nother level because they should be like twined really tight so that none of this happening. Like this is a bad chess move. If I ain't seen one yet, like somebody didn't tell somebody what was happening and about to get. Could you imagine if he had it just went hot headed and blew up the whole thing? Yeah. And matter of fact, let's make this even better. Let's make this even better. What if this was your birthday?
Ooh.
Oh, so here's the thing, right? So here's the thing. If I'm coming to Jasmine's birthday and I'm bringing somebody, despite whether she knows the person or not, I'm going to automatically hit her like, yo, is it cool if I bring so-and-so? I feel like it's not necessarily girl code. It's birthday code, right? And it's bringing people to my house code. Like, don't bring nobody here that I'm not cool with, you know, or at least double check and verify. Because if everybody, let's just say she invited 25 people and everybody showed up with an extra person, that's 50 mouths you got to feed, 50 drinks you got to provide. That's a whole different ballgame. So for me, it's just protocol, you know, not really girl code, but I would have just called and said, yo, like, is it cool if I bring so and so? Now she would have had to have a whole conversation with everybody in order to know that Whitney didn't want him there. But remember, Elle was the one who was like, yo, that D was bomb, it's community, it's go down like this and the third. With Renee didn't know anything about that. So, you know, none of them are in the loop that Whitney's even slept with this guy until now when she has to bring it up. I think it was shitty. I wouldn't have told Ella because it's her birthday. I would have told Whitney or Renee. I mean, not Whitney, but, you know, Renee or whatever. But I think it's just, or Sondi, but it's just weird because it's too, the circle was too small. For me, that's on Whitney's stupidity. Now, if you're going to smash some outside peen, you smash some peen that's in town from London or some shit, and he got back to wherever, but you smash community D and he's around and he ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that was a setup.
It better have been worth it.
That's a setup.
Why do I not agree by any means here? This is so wild to me. This is so wild. I cannot believe you said that. Like, she literally told she blessed her. She said
it's not girl code.
They criticized her for not experiencing anything, then gave it to her on a platter. Code. She took it and ate it, and then everyone's like, you shouldn't have ate that forbidden apple. Shame on you. Like,
well, here's the thing. They're gonna say, "Well, we were drunk. We gave that advice in the midst of our drunkenness, right?" Listen. All I'm saying is,
that girls are vicious.
I'm gonna be like, y'all, that's you. But I'm gonna be like, was it worth it? Right? Like, that's all I got for you because you done did it. So I ain't nothing else for me to say. Was it worth it?
In the beginning, didn't she kind of warn her not to do it? Was it Ella that said
yes?
Like, she did kind of say.
I think Renee was the one that
one of them
warned her. Yeah, one of them did warn her.
No, it wasn't no warning. Ella was like, "This is like monumentally good, girl." Like,
yeah, but there was a conversation.
There was one girl that was like, "Don't." Yeah. There was one.
Yeah.
I don't know what scene.
And yet Whitney took that other advice and said, "Man, forget this. I need to try this one here."
Yeah, 2-1 odds there.
Look at this is just a picture for me and Nigeria into the thinking of women. Her. That's why I'm not commenting. I'm just going along with it because Jasmine and Amaya said it is not breaking girl code. I can't.
No, it's not breaking girl code as far as the person who came there. I felt like how Amaya said, it's like, who did you bring? You got to notify me out of respect. We're friends. You bang with me. You're going to tell me who's coming to the party so I can prepare myself, period. Right. And again, if it was a conversation where it was a side dude and you need further explanations, it had to be put to the side so that way there'll be no controversy in the event. And
so is that breaking girl code in a way that you invited this person to the party without a heads up to everyone? Hey, I'm bringing Community D here. And I just want y'all to know so it ain't messy. And you're not saying that, so it's not giving Whitney a chance to say, wait a minminute, I slept with him.
If the
First
title
of all,
has to
can
be
we
girl
just address-
code, then let it be girl
Listen,
code.
Renee,
Can we address that there are so many other men and they all keep going after the community peen? Like, this man's got to be grade A plus peen, because these, listen.
Yeah, I need to talk to y'all sisters, man. Like, I
Mhm.
don't have any answers for. All I know is that Renee set this whole thing up, and it could have been nuclear bad.
Mhm.
Offer her such a chill little
Selfishness.
humble look. Like, I just
She wanted to.
Oh,
She just wanted to.
I
She
think
wanted to
all-
smash the
it was
dude.
stupid on Renee's behalf to invite community team just because he's community team. But did she break girl code? No, she just broke the respect of is somebody coming to my birthday code.
all we can say here, and I speak for myself and AJ and all other men, couldn't be us.
I'm done with you.
We're talking about the characters in this scene.
Let's go.
Do not use our words against us individually,
Right.
because this is about the characters in the.
This is a very educational show tonight. I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be here. Thank you, ladies, for really
enlightening us that women don't have codes.
And opinions
like, it's
amazing.
And I hope y'all leave knowing and understanding and in blood pact that black men don't cheat. And this is just the prime example. I mean,
that's a lie.
It's just crazy how far
the last black man to cheat was that nigga who cheated with Cousin Faith. Since then, no black men.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
That is for another topic, for another segment, for another category.
And by the way, Derek Jackson. Okay, never mind. But okay, so, but in the comments, folks, let us know about this karaoke thing. Like, who was really at fault here, and how this should have played out? Because this was really messy. Could have been way worse. But just let us know your thoughts about that. Now, another question I want to throw to you all before we wrap up is karaoke. What is your song of choice? What duo song are you coming in there cranking for karaoke? What's your number one
duo?
Pick?
I'm single. I don't sing with nobody. It's like, no.
Golly. She gonna hit that.
Hold up, nigga, because we did Jay-Z and Alicia Keys' Empire State of Mind. I have video evidence.
We did.
You sounded horrible. I sounded amazing.
I was
like just in reference to us singing?
Yeah, I know you can sing too. So what have you I'm not gonna say what have you done, but what would be your song of choice if you went in there?
I don't know. Probably Aladdin. I can show you the world.
That's actually the last song I've ever done karaoke. That's legitimately the last song I've done in karaoke. I'm not even lying.
Aladdin?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know how, but we're not gonna.
I'm in karaoke.
Shiny, shimmering.
I am a Dave Hollister one-woman man singing.
I'm a J. Cole. I'm a rapper when it comes to karaoke. I do.
Some karaoke booths don't have all the latest, so you got to work with Aladdin.
Exactly. Yeah. Sometimes you got. I'll take it back. I take it back to Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes.
Wait a minute.
Hey, I was definitely going to go with Dave Hollister, but I guess I have to change my vote.
Every black man, because we don't cheat and women cheat on us, we all sing David Hollister. Because David Hollister was all about women cheating on him.
This is gonna go viral. This is gonna go viral because you are really saying black men don't cheat.
It can't be viral. The word is out there. This is no sacred thing that just came out now.
Exactly.
This is
black
crazy.
men don't cheat.
We do not cheat. We are faithful. We don't cheat.
They are capping.
Cap-a-lackin'.
This is crazy.
Cap-a-blackin'.
I mean, this whole show. I'm sorry, we're gonna have to end this review because this whole show has been an attack on the good black men of America.
And Ola, who didn't cheat.
Yeah.
But Whitney cheated.
Yeah.
Whitney's always cheat on black men. We know that now.
It's crazy.
Wow.
It's crazy.
This is amazing.
It's crazy.
This is spicy.
So we'll wrap it up with this. it is going to be interesting to see Ola's character, how it progresses, because we've seen him pretty mellow as to who he is. Very confident about this wedding, his significant other, his fiance, and just putting this all together, reaching his goals and everything that he's destined to do. But now there's a wrench. And I mean, they've been together for a long time. So you have to think that, to get to this point in the way they are, like they have extreme amount of trust and confidence in each other. We're going to see him in uncharted territories that he's never been in. So I'm very curious to see how that character changes. That's absolutely going to be something to look out for. With Ella, I thought what was really interesting here was a couple of things here. Now she's back with her ex, or not back with her ex, but they're together, they're communicating. And like we said, we want to figure out, why did he go to South Africa? And like Lucas said earlier in the beginning of this episode, their mental capacity, he obviously was going through some things. She obviously was going through some things, and they haven't been able to communicate it. By the way, he walked into a diss track. That was not what he.
Oh my God! Out of all songs to walk into,
it was perfect.
Hey,
it was perfect.
Perfect.
I don't never walk into a woman singing Alanis Morissette.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be
I
positive.
love her.
Yeah.
It is never going to be a positive.
I think they were both going through something, but I do think that in a long distance, right, international distance relationship, there are going to be some, like, if you don't talk about it beforehand, right? And I like the fact they brought up depression, because that's a real thing when you put your life's work into this thing and you want it to work, and then it flops, and now it seems like everything else, you know how that kind of happens, it's like a trickle effect, you know what I mean? And I think that he had to do what's best for him. And, like, if you really love somebody, I'm not about to be like, you can't go to South Africa now. Could he have decided otherwise? As far as like coming back after the summer, maybe, but there are too many.
They got to iron this out. Yep.
Right. There are too many factors and things that were unsaid that they need to actually clear the air. They do. Yeah.
Which means that, to me, I think they're in a good place, because obviously this is another situation lacking communication. So it's going to be interesting to see where that goes. I want people to jump in the comments, let us know your thoughts about him leaving. Was he wrong to leave on a 7-day notice and not tell her why? So that's going to be interesting. Also, I thought it was interesting that she invited Ryan and he didn't show, which I noticed it, and I'm really wondering what's going to be up with that. So something else to look out for. I also will say this to all my fellow people who are journalists or part of an outlet or freelance or whatever it may be. Those press rooms are vicious. what she was going through,
yeah, they were.
Gave me anxiety, because, man, if you've never been treated like that in there, then you are a very blessed person.
I forgot all about that part of the episode. That was like one of my points in my mind to remember.
Trauma.
That she was one. It's a horrible experience being online press, and the way they treat you like garbage compared to everyone else. Wow. But also, her questions were horrible for you. Like, she turned the question so personal away from whatever project she was pitching.
Yeah, here's advice. Please don't come into a press situation with your own personal issues and bringing a knife to a gunfight. These are people's passion projects, so they will defend the worst. Really well. It doesn't even matter how bad a film or something could be. They're coming equipped for everything, so don't you dare. Better just find something positive to say and just be out, folks. But yeah, I think that'll do it for our review episode 3. I hope you had a good time with us today. We'll be covering each and every episode, which you can see these episodes released at the conclusion of the show, airing each and every Sunday. So, if you're watching it on Starz, it's dropping 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time AM. So expect to see that review immediately after that episode finished. So we had a lot of fun today. Hopefully you did as well. Let us know in the comments your thought about episode 3. And as always, folks, stay tuned, because we got more and more reviews coming very soon. Thank you for tuning in, folks.